Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Ready? Back to the five behind. Check, check. Watch me before. Watch me before. I'm here all day. Green, triple team. Right there. 54, Mike. Easy, easy, easy. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Stand back. Hey, watch that, watch that. Easy, 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 easy. Hey. Mike, 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike,
they'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Mike, 54. Mike, 50. Let me go.
From the 27, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wild field, wild field. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike, 5-4. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Easy, easy. Let's get off the field. Flip it, flip it, flip it. That's it.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike, easy, easy, easy. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Green, triple team. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Right there, 54, right there. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Hey! Watch out. Check Mike, 54. 54. There we go.
Newton on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run on first down. Parker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Second and 10 at the Buccaneers' 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Ready, blue ready. Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, flip it, flip it, flip it. Wait. Henry.
To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This pass complete. Newton finding Wright. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
45. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike 59. Mike 59. Oh, here we go. Green, from the thing. Mike 59.
On 2nd down, Winston again. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check 52. Kill. And turn. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis again. Got an open man. It's Foster. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's coming. Check in. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Mike 28. And we have it.
First down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Go. Mike 28, come the wild world. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
54, Mike, 54. Check, watch 54. We don't want this. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Who that? Mike's 54. Easy. Green, triple team.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This will be, 38 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. Go. 45's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Out of the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
45, Mike, 45.
2nd and 5 now. Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On first down, Newton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Gun. 45, Mike. Squeeze, double.
They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now Newton on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Wait. Check 26, check 27.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 54.
They go play action. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, this is is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first. Let's go, boys. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Jameis now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Winston now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Exit, exit. Break the hat.
Off the play fake. Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Green, come see. These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
From the gun, Winston. That's caught by Howard. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, Winston. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Parker, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Matt Gay on for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the...
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. 45, Mike, 45. 45's the Mike. 45's the Mike. 8. Just like that. Just like that.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man. It's late. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Complete to right. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Your trip is here.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his target. It's Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. To throw, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. K1 short in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Winston. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
4th down. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep depth. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Levante David.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had